I've seen plenty of die-hard Persona 3 fans hating on Persona 3 Reload because the remake didn't do a lot of justice from the original. Persona 3 FES is fantastic, Portable is also fantastic, and Reload is, well, I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it either. I have finished FES and Portable, but I have no interest in wanting to play Persona 3 Reload. The main story is pretty much identical. It's so identical that the Wikipedia page of Persona 3 Reload has a plot section that just linked it straight to the original Persona 3 plot. I find that very funny. I'm sure the gameplay improvements are more than welcome, especially when FES and Portable have plenty of glaring issues in that department, but I'm personally not really in the mood of experiencing Persona 3 again, which is why I still haven't played or bought that game to this day. The one positive thing that I can say for Reload is that it is the first mainline Persona game to have a simultaneous multi-platform worldwide release, which includes PC and Xbox, but not the Switch. I guess because it's still too powerful for it. Oh yeah, there's also Persona 5 Tactica, but Tactica is a spin-off, not a mainline. Having more Japanese game companies going multi-platformer than being a console exclusive is always a great thing to me. I'm glad that Sega got to this, Bandai Namco has been doing this for a while, I'm glad Square Enix is learning their lesson, Capcom is on the right track, but both Dragon's Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds showed that their RE engine is not amazing for open world games and really need to be optimized for it. Let's get back to the hate that people have towards Persona 3 Reload. Reload is so good, and it's a very beautiful remake of a very old game. Oh, come on, Persona 3 is not that old. I mean, it's only nearly 20 years old. Crap. The people who played the originals are probably 30-year-old men fawning over Fuka. First off, I take offense on dissing my waifu Fuka. Second, I'm not 30, I'm 27. 3 years off. Totally different. Get a job, you fat neckbeard, or just enjoy the freaking game. Bro, what's with the insults? I don't hate Persona 3 Reload, I'm just not interested in buying it and experiencing the game again. I see the complaints people have there, like some soundtracks are ruined, no female MC, Tartarus is still bad, it's too easy, the voice actors aren't the same. All these complaints are, at the very least, debatable. If you don't care about those flaws and you enjoy the game for what it is, that's perfectly fine. I don't like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but if you liked it, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. You are entitled to your opinion, and so am I. Speaking of being very old, this next hoopla is all about that. Here's an interesting question. Is 30 plus too old for playing video games? Nope. Not at all. In fact, one of the things that I would really love to have when I retire is to have a big flat screen OLED TV, a wireless mouse and keyboard, a top-of-the-line controller that's compatible with everything, and the highest-end gaming PC at that time while I just sit back and play some video games. But I guess that's way too childish of a fantasy, right? Someone said to me that it was childish to play games after 30. Yeah, those people are idiots. Play whatever games you like. Watch whatever stuff you like. Enjoy life as it is. Don't let other people judge you for it. Just leave them in their empty and miserable lives. Here's another hoopla involving age. This is an insane take. Someone once told me, I don't watch old anime. Bro, they're missing out on some classics. Perfect Blue is one of my favorite anime of all time, and I can't live without ever watching that. I asked why, and they said, it feels weird watching things made before I was born. I'm sorry, what feels weird about that? Forget old anime. Imagine applying this logic to any other entertainment media, especially music. I can't imagine my life if I don't listen to the Bee Gees or Henri. My favorite movie of all time is The Godfather. That was made way before I was born. One of my favorite TV shows to watch is Columbo. I also watched The Twilight Zone, Star Trek, Batman the Animated Series. All those were out before I was born. I don't understand this mentality that you only have to watch something above the year where you are born. You are severely limiting your perception of entertainment media if you're just consuming the popular ones. That is some tourist mentality. It's the same as trying to consume media whose fandoms are still alive. It's just stupid. If it looks fun, watch it. That's all there is to it. Alright, we got all the Persona and age-related hooplas out of the way, but before we get to the next one, if you like it so far, don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, and sponsor this channel by leaving some tips through any of these means, links below. What a bizarre question to ask. Can someone please tell me why Europeans always sit outside at cafes on terraces? Dude, sitting outside at cafes on terraces is not a European thing. Some people prefer to sit outside. This is not limited to just them. Could this be somehow related to Europe being communist? What the hell are you even talking about? In what way is the whole freaking continent of Europe communist? Maybe because their houses are so tiny, so they're used to being outside all the time, like a poor person's living room. Or maybe they just prefer to sit outside instead of indoors. What's wrong with sitting outside in cafes? Europeans are communist! You are way too terminally online and terminally political to be in this discussion. You should genuinely seek professional help. They're obsessed with all this woke nonsense. Ah, yes, sitting outside of a cafe is woke somehow. Which is why they hate cars and worship public transport. Maybe because they have figured out how not to suck at it. I've been dealing with their insane anti-car agenda. Bro, just say that you hate walking. Moving on from anti-European propaganda from what clearly seems to be Americans, we have YouTube being incredibly stupid. I have only one entertainment subscription that I regularly pay for, and that is YouTube Premium, the family pack at least, because I'm not the only one paying for it. I just so happen to watch a lot of YouTube. I don't want to be interrupted with ads, and I couldn't be bothered installing Revans or any other third-party ad-blocking YouTube apps. So imagine my shock when YouTube offers a YouTube Premium LITE version when you will not get ads on regular videos, but you will get ads on music, you will get ads on shorts, and you will get ads when you search and browse. And you wonder why people use ad blockers these days. For the record, despite my YouTube revenue reliant on viewers watching the ads for them, I don't mind people using ad blockers. Hell, I even highly recommend them. Unfortunately, thanks to Google and their Manifest v3, ad blockers are going to be way harder to implement, or at least for Chromium-based browsers. Personally, I just stick to YouTube Premium. That's what fits me. But if it doesn't fit you when you want to go through the hassle of installing ad blockers and third-party YouTube apps with ad blockers, I'm not gonna stop you. More power to you. Just clicking and viewing this video is already a great deal of support. But if you're interested in sponsoring the channel, the options are available. And now for something totally unrelated. The new Gundam anime is apparently written by Hideaki Anno, who's best known for his work on Evangelion and the Shin, insert popular tokusatsu here. But it's not a perfect mecha, apparently. Why? Because it used one of anime's most uncomfortable tropes. What is that most uncomfortable trope? Sexualization of the teenage girl protagonist. Bro, if that's what you're complaining about, you'd better stop watching anime in general, because anime sexualizing teenage girls is about as common as romance novels sexualizing literally everything. Oh sorry, wrong picture, Fubuki's an adult. There we go. That's definitely not an adult. And speaking of anime, here's a delusional take. Is it really that worth it to be called one of the good ones in this fandom? Dude, we live in a time where being an anime fan is more acceptable than ever. Yeah, this is straight up delusions if you ask me. While it is slightly more acceptable being an anime fan in the current year, I say slightly because that only applies if you're a fan of the most popular mainstream anime of the current year. And even then, people are still gonna call you a weirdo for it. I know a lot of fans who have never been labeled a pedo for watching anime. Are you talking about being directly labeled a pedo? I highly doubt that. Stop looking for an excuse to blame others whenever you decide to be horny on main, bro. This person is referring to chibi reviews. To be fair, he does get really horny on his timeline. I mean, if you really want to get horny on fictional incest, more power to you. I like some myself, but at least pick a pair that is significantly less utter trash than this broad. But hey, it's a recent anime, so of course it gets picked. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Chibi's basic taste of horny, but he has every right to express that. If you're gonna label him a pedo for it, that is your subjective philosophical point of view. There's so many stuff in fiction that people enjoy. That doesn't mean you endorse them in real life. And he's right that anime fans post-2020 are quite insufferable because of it. I'd extend that to modern anime fans in general, but I guess this kind of discourse will never cease to end. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. Before we close this video, huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below, just $1. And you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.